to make that much noise. Fall in the shower, bro.
There's no possible way. I thought he like died for a second.
Oh man.
All right, we got a very short show. So hello to everybody that's in the chat. How many people in the chat? Like 2? That's what's
right
up,
now
yo.
we got just Hayes, man.
Hey.
For holding it down.
What's up? What's up? Thank you for being excited for the show.
Mm-hmm.
I did let everybody know that it was gonna be at 7 p.m., but
Okay.
whatever. We still gonna do the show like we always do.
Right on, right on.
Anyway, just to have some announcements first and foremost before we get started. We hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Let's go.
You are watching a master at work.
Yo, we really hit 1,000. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that watches this episode, and truly thank you. I know like 57% of you are subscribers who watch us, and then the other like 44% is just people who like are just watching. So if you want, hit that subscribe button. You're gonna get more content like this all the time, and you can see me and the bros just like continuously just discussing things.
Chatted it up.
Another announcement: we hit 6,000 followers on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of followers that are on TikTok are actually subscribers of the show. So thank you for that as well. I do want to say we hit 2 milestones. We hit 500 plus views on our last 2 episodes.
Nice.
And episode 31 hit 600 views.
Oh.
So, we were trending like 200, 300, but now we're like 500 and 600. So I just want to say, again, thank you for being interested in us and my brothers, as you see here.
Love y'all.
We get questions all the time about how can someone support us and can you make the show longer, please? Well, if you look within the description of this video, you will see a link where it says support us. If you want to donate, please subscribe to any of the options that are there, and all the proceedings that you give will go directly to the show. Once there's enough money to make the show longer, we will make it longer. What was that one thing? Make
bar longer.
Make bar longer.
It's make bar longer.
All right. Finally, there was a lot in this chapter, so we might not be able to take any calls within our time frame. So we apologize beforehand, just in case. So thank you to all those who are supporting us right now. You have no idea how greatly you are appreciated. Anyway, ready, guys?
Right on.
All right, cool.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
All right. To start off the chapter, we have an interesting front cover this time. Sanji's brothers, Niji and Yonji, have been captured by the Big Mom pirates. They are trapped within a book from Mont Dior's Buku Buku no Mi. Oven is guarding the book, and Puddin seems very concerned for their safety. How does Niji and Yonji get out of this situation? And we'll go with Lawrence.
This is a good question. Like, I wasn't expecting this at all, in all honesty.
Yeah, me either.
And it's funny though too, because like last chapter when we saw the cover we saw Sanji's father, Judge, and the other two siblings standing there, and the whole time I'm thinking, why is it just them? Why is it not all of them?
Yeah, I had that same question too.
Right? But now we're getting confirmation that they're stuck. Honestly, I don't remember whose ability it is that could do the books thing.
Montior. He's the minister of cheese. The guy with the pink nose, and he has like black and white stripes, yellow hair.
Yeah. He has like a green outfit, kind of. Is it green or brown? I don't know which one to.
Was Luffy captured? Or
Yes.
He got captured like this?
Yeah.
From what we heard, there's no way really to get out unless he lets you out, right?
That's my bad. All right, go.
There's no real way to get out unless he lets you out, right? Because Luffy, granted, he was exhausted at the time.
It's either that or the book burns.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Jinbei had freed them. I don't know if they were in the book when he freed them, though. You know what I mean? They were in a cage. I don't remember. I honestly don't.
Because unless...
There's always a way.
I guess, because I'm thinking Mirror World, but that's different. Unless maybe it's removing the pin, but I don't think they would be able to remove that pin that's in them on the thing. But like, how they get out, I don't know. Like, Puddin's looking because she knows like if she still has love for Sanji, she might plot something. But then how would that affect her, because then it's like, all right, Big Mom's definitely, or what? Even your brothers might even kill you because now you're like, you're a traitor.
I mean, unless she takes their memory away.
Her brother's memories away?
Yeah.
Their siblings? She would have to take I feel like you have to plan this out very, very carefully if Evie decides to do something like that. You know? But besides from that, either they're going to have to go back to war, like, to save them. Like, or do you think Sanji... But do we go back to Whole Cake? Like, 'cause if Sanji's going to want to save his brothers, like, that's interesting.
I hope not.
Development.
Yeah.
You know? And it's funny because it just seems like the Big Mom pirates, because even Big Mom now, like, for a while, they're still fighting. Or they were still fighting. So it's very interesting. I don't see there's possible ways they could get out, like Judge and his family coming back, helping them, or maybe even Sanji feels some type of way where he feels compelled to save his brothers, and the Straw Hats might do it again. So those are the three options that come to mind straight off the bat. But besides that, unless they find a way to escape from themselves, which I don't think that's possible, I don't know.
All right. What about you, Seb? What do you think? How did they get out of this situation?
So when I originally saw it, I thought Pudding has to help in some way. You know, like that's going to be one of the big payoffs from like Sanji having such an impact on her, is that she would help save the brothers. And to Lawrence's point, like in your point, you said she can affect memories. And if the latest episode of Attack on Titan tells you anything, memory manipulation can take you anywhere. So, spoilers, sorry. But Pudding could be, she could do a lot with that. All you need to do is affect one memory and then another memory and then another memory. You could do a lot with that ability. So even if she just affects Oven's memory, you know what I mean? Like, he's the strongest person there. If he's like, yo, free them because the memory is different for whatever, you know? They could do a lot. I just, again, every time I see a flashback to Whole Cake, I just don't want Pedro to come back. So as long as Pedro doesn't have anything to do with freeing them, cool. I'm cool with anything.
But wait, isn't Dogtooth there though?
No. Oh yeah.
He's probably there.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
probably
he's
there. Yeah. But just don't bring Pedro back.
Yeah, don't bring Pedro back.
Please.
For me, I think that Puddin is going to definitely help them escape because of like how Sebastian said, Sanji has had an impact on her. So I think she's going to help out. I love seeing Oven because Oven is like one of my favorite Big Mom pirates. And then I didn't know how they were going to get out. Like I thought like, do the Germa 666 come back? I mean, 66 come back and like, you know, do they come back for Yonji and Niji? But they are important. So I think they will because they see them as assets. But a piece of me seems like Puddin's going to help them and then they're going to run away. So I was thinking about like, okay, so how did they get out of that book? So I had to look up Mondior's powers. And I'm like, yo, real talk. He could have been like, this might be like top 5 devil fruits. Because the Buku Buku no Mi was stated by Jinbei that its only limitation is the user itself because it works off of imagination. It's an imagination fruit. So anything he conjures up, he literally can do. The only thing he limits himself by is using it for books. Like he uses books to step on, he uses books to like put people in, but literally anything he thinks of, he can do. And I'm like, what? And also, Niji and Yonji considered Mont Dior a heavyweight within the crew of Big Mom. So I'm like, yo, like this dude is, I never really paid attention to him. Like he's kind of hard. I was like, yo, is he there? And I was like, oh no, he's not there. He's actually with Big Mom near Wano.
While the book's here with them.
Well, we don't, hold on. We don't know what time frame this is happening right here. This could be a flashback.
This could be, but was Oven on the ship?
No.
Okay. So that means that most likely Oven is still here. And if the time period is, you know, he's still away. So it works where like his power is so far away that it could work that far too. It's like, wow, okay. It has mad range.
I have one thing. I liked something you were bringing out, which was like how the Judge family is going to interact with this. Like, I feel like old Judge might be like, yo, I'd rather just leave and like protect the kingdom and my future than go help them. New Judge, after the impact of like Sanji on them, might be like, all right, we have to put ourselves on the line to go help Niji and Yonji. So I like that. I don't know the Judge would abandon them, but I feel like it was a possibility before. I feel like it's not a possibility now.
Yeah.
So I like that.
All right, next one. So next we have Raizo versus Fukurokuju. Oh, before we go, is there people in the chat we want to shout out?
Yeah, there's a couple people in the chat. Hazy, he's always like one of the first people here. I don't know if you're a girl or a guy, but always appreciate it. Arjun, Wally, On Craith, right? Justice, I always get his name wrong every single time. Kayleen, KJ,
Oz, what's up, Oz? How are you, bro?
Yeah, CC from Discord, Asked Elm, Nino. Uncred says, "Go Bengals, man."
Hey, thank you.
If you guys don't know, Larry's a Bengals fan, so give it up to him. His team made the Super Bowl. And SSG, my guy. You know,
We got
always
Super
laughing.
Gamer guy. Yeah, you SSG.
Yeah.
My bad. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's get to it because we don't have much time. All right. So next we have the Raizo versus Fukurokuju. They are still under each other's paralysis jutsu and refuse to let go. This fight started in chapter 1022. We're on chapter 1038. That's 16 chapters. Why is Oda making this fight last so long? And will the payoff be worth it? Sebastian.
Worth it? No, probably not. But I personally I feel like I'm one of the 1%. I said on Discord of people that like the fight because it's supposed to show the level of dedication that even Orochi's most dedicated scabbard or like vassal would have for him, and like what Rhizo has grown to be. Because even when they were boiling the pot, Rhizo was the first to complain. Like, yo, even just the heat is too much for us up here while Odin was boiling. And now he's physically going through a level of boiling himself. And he's like, has the means to get out of it, to save himself. And he's like, nah. Just, you know what I mean? Like, I like that tie-in. Like, did it need to stretch this many chapters? I don't know. But I like that it's Rhizo, and I like that. I haven't had any issues with Rhizo. And even Fukurokuju, I thought he was cool. He was like aloof and ninja and stuff. And like the fact that they're having this battle and that they're like even Fukurokuju is still holding, you know what I mean? He's not releasing it. So it's like, I like that. I like it personally. Plus it didn't waste too much time. It's one page. It's cool. It raises the tension a little bit for them. I like that.
What about you, Law? What do you think? Is it going to be worth it?
The payout, I'm not sure because I don't know where this is going. You know, like pretty much it just seemed like kind of like a random fight that just happened. But like Sebastian said, we see of like which I've been noticing. Probably adding to what Sebastian said, since we came into the new world, we've been kind of seeing signs of like low case of supportness and loyal to their captain, right? Even with like, for example, Doflamingo's crew with Virgo, and pretty much and how loyal they're willing to die for their captain. And then we see that like pretty much kind of like this is what you kind of need. You need a loyal crew like this if you want to survive the new world. And we're seeing it like the Scabbards just scream out loyalty. But then again, we also see the Straw Hats where they're kind of developing a similar thing for Luffy, right? So the showcase of loyalty in each crew since we came into the new worlds, because I don't think it was showcasing this much pre-time skip. But like this person, because I keep thinking too, like especially about the boiling thing for Rhizo, do you not feel the flames? Because his whole body is like engulfed in flames, and he just like, and you see that one look of distress at the bottom of the page, kind of like showing his face close up of like how much he's going through, but like kind of like to take this person out because he's proving his loyalty to Odin, and I guess he feels like he needs to. Because I'm thinking in this situation, why do you feel like you need to do this here? Because like, why can't you end the fight another way? Like, you know, like all right, let go of your jutsu and then fight him. You know, but he feels like no, I have to hold this guy here. So it has to mean something. Hopefully, Oda reveals something greater than what it is now than just like, oh yeah, the fight was just crazy. You know?
Yeah, no, I agree too. That's a great way of thinking about it. For me, I was kind of like, I don't know, I was kind of upset that the fact that this fight has lasted 16 chapters because it's more of like a moral challenge where, you know, Rhizo's at this point where he's like, yo, I follow a specific person that has the right ways of doing good human things, I guess you could say. Like if you're a good human and you lead correctly, I'm going to follow you. Where if there's a person that isn't too significantly good and they're just like out here pillaging and robbing their people of like food and money, like he's not going to follow them. He's probably going to revolt. Where Fukurokuju is like, no matter who's the shogun, I have a duty to that shogun,
right? And
I'm going to do my job. And they're like having a battle of like moral judgment and will and like, you know, just job, I guess, like of what the job is supposed to entail in that position of being a scabbard or Orochi's like henchman. So I guess that's really focusing on that. But other than that, it's just like I'm upset that Jinbei only got 2 chapters of fight. And then we got Frankie 2 chapters of fight, which made the legendary or ancient Zoans seem really pathetic within the Tobiropo.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this definitely doesn't deserve 16 chapters, but those guys deserved 8 chapters each, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because
8's a lot.
it's 16 is a lot.
8's, yeah, but it's
You know what I'm saying?
but you're going by length of time
I am going by length of
versus
time.
like on panel action. You know what I mean?
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%. But if we're gonna get length of time, Jinbei fight needed to be 8 chapters, bro.
I feel you.
But I think, one, I'm just going to say, you guys, whatever it is, to me, they're showing Jinbei's strength through that one-shotting of who's who. Right? But also, I want to just add, like you're just saying, like, pretty much the moral thing is one's loyal to the throne, while one's loyal to, no, the person who sits on the throne has to be worthy of the loyalty, what Rhizo is.
Yeah.
I want to know, like, because we know, just bringing it back a little bit, on the Mink, they were hiding Rhizo. Was that for a reason or just because he was a scout board?
No, it's because they're brothers. They're in alliance with each other.
But like I'm thinking about like remember how Jack he like refused to listen to them like even though they had no proof at all.
Oh
really?
no, Raizo was just the I don't want to say red herring, but he was just the catalyst because they had like the how do I say this? Conjuro knew Raizo was there. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't matter what the Mink said. He knew that he was there. He had proof. He dropped him off. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's like, don't listen to whatever they say. I know for a fact he's there. He probably even had a Vivri card of him that led to there. So Raizo was just the catalyst for that event.
Okay.
It's not like, oh, there's a deeper level of like Rhizo
Yeah, that's what I'm
beyond
thinking.
just
Yeah.
the fact that he's a scabbard. You know?
Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to think. If it wasn't paying attention to this story, or was it just like, no, we want to kill him because the
No.
remnants of it. All right.
They knew he was there. Next, we see Chopper. He's reverted back to his original form. He's worried about Zoro. He says that the medicine the Minks gave Zoro should have worn off by now. He'll be experiencing twice the damage he's already received. Then we cut to Zoro, and Zoro sees a figure, and that resembles death about to kill him. What do you believe this death figure is, and what will happen to Zoro? We'll go with Sebastian.
Okay, so at first I was like, maybe it's just Brooke messing with him. But I was like, that's so like, don't do that. Like we're having real stakes here, man. Don't do that. And then I thought back to a couple chapters ago when we got the reveal of like what Enma's name is, and it's well, I don't know if it's the reveal, but the re-highlighting of it.
It's the king of the underworld.
Yes, the Lord of the Underworld. So maybe it's a vision of Enma itself, like personified, and the drugs that Zoro took are like putting his mind in this kind of psychedelic state.
Yep. You know, Law, you know what this sounds like? Banka!
Hey, if anyone can do it.
he talking to Sengetsu.
Yeah, listen. So that's where my mind is at with it. I thought the Brooke thing would be funny. I just don't see Brooke doing it. I don't even know how Brooke would have gotten there. Also, Frankie's already going to Zoro, so why are we doing Brooke and Frankie again? Like, do we need 2 people to... So, to me, personally, I want it to be a vision of Enma. But it could be anything. I don't know what it is.
All right. What about you, Law?
To me, I'm just gonna go with like the simplest route on this one. Like, it's showing how much Zoro right now is actually close. Because this is the first time we see something like this. Out of all what Zoro's been through, this is the first time we've seen this figure. Mihawk, the death bubble from Kuma, from Luffy's on this. Well, we never seen this right here. So it shows, to me, I know they're kind of just mostly showcasing the damage he took from the Big Mom and Kaido attack, but it's more than that because he took a lot more damage because he got hit with attacks Kaido after that when he was laying on the floor. Like he hit Kaido hit Law and Zoro on the floor with a embroiled King Conqueror's attack, you know, and then also too, and now it's like double damage from the damage he already took, and then also the damage also he took from King, which he was taking a lot. So from all the damage Zoro took till now is doubled. So this is a lot for even him. So showing right now, like pretty much how much Zoro put himself through to overcome a Yonko's crew member, like the strongest underneath Kaido's Yonko crew member. So right here, he's approaching death's door. So it's like it's interesting because like we never seen it, so it'll be. I'm not gonna say it because I don't think Oda would kill Zoro.
No, he
you
wouldn't.
know, that would be the biggest. To me, that's the
Especially
biggest
like
twist.
this, I'm dropping. Listen, I know I said Wano needed death, not Zoro. You must be crazy.
Yeah.
And Sanji's still alive?
Yeah, it would be
I
You better kill Sanji before you kill Zoro. I'm telling you right now.
Listen, there's a long list of people you got to kill before you take Zoro out. That's all I know.
But I want to just hopefully, I'm trying to think, will this make him stronger for surviving it? Because the weird thing is we show in that One Piece that your will could kind of almost overcome or conquer anything. Like it could prolong your life or conquer death. So it's like, are we gonna get Zoro, because he can't move his body, showcases conquerors to fight away death or something, you know?
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see. His will, like what Oda did in the boiling pot, him do something like that.
All right. For me, I like to think of something called One Piece madness. So a lot of people are so always shrouded in mystery within One Piece, and there's always something more that they're not receiving from Oda. So they like to fill in those gaps that they're missing. And I feel like this is one of those times where people are experiencing One Piece madness, where they want this figure to be Enma or something even crazier because it fills that consistent dopamine that we're always getting when we find out something crazy, right? Or something interesting happens. I really think this is just Oda being Oda and using Brook as a gag. So I do 100% believe it is Brook. I think Brook is with Robin. Brook and Robin are going to meet up with Zoro. Frankie's going to find them. Brook is going to have to defend Robin. And then Frankie's going to have to defend for Zoro because he's incapable of defending for himself. And I think the Straw Hats are going to help each other because the next question is about Izo and the CP0. Mm-hmm. I think the CP0 will force their way through him and then reach these two individuals where it's like, oh, Zoro's on the floor. Let's probably take him out. Oh, Robin's right there. Let's probably take them out. And then we see Brook and Frankie fight again, maybe. Mm-hmm. But I think that's why those two are going to be there. That's just my opinion. Let's go to the next question. Moving on, we see Izo. He's taken out a large group of beast pirates, but he was sloppy about it and seems to be very injured. Well, while composing himself, CP0 appears next to him. CP0 says they shouldn't let him roam free, but their goal is the Straw Hats right now. Before CP0 walks past Izo, Izo tells them not to go. What do you think Izo is going to say or do regarding the CP0? And we'll start with Lawrence.
What I'm thinking is Izo, why he stopped CP0, right? Because he kind of just defended the Straw Hats. Right now, it kind of seems like all of them are putting, kind of like in the war what they did with Luffy, but putting their money or their support behind the Straw Hats. He just protected one of them, Usopp, and now he seems like, oh, CP0 is targeting the Straw Hats. So I think he's because he's an honorable person as well. I can't let these people just walk past me to attack the Straw Hats. He goes, how could I do that? Even if I'm injured and I messed up. He goes, I can't just let them walk past me because that's putting them in danger, even further in danger when they're going against, giving their all fighting Yonko crew. So because even in the picture, his gun is up. So it's not just to ask them a question or stall them. His gun is up. It's like, wait right there. So he's planning on fighting to attack. But the problem is he's fighting against two CP0s by himself. Unless Marco rolls up to help, I don't see him doing much. Because they're already strong, like the CP0. And he's already injured. And no, not to knock him, but you also got injured. You got sloppy, but fighting a bunch of fodder. You know? You just know where you're taking on CP0.
Been a headliner in there.
Maybe, but... and I said he got slapped because I guess he was probably in a hurry for whatever reason. So
he was also protecting Kinemon and Izo and Usopp. So I mean,
but in this condition, you're no way in taking out CP0. And we only seen a little bit of their strength, but they just straight.
They dogged X Drake.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, apparently Apu dipped off on him, so they jumped him. I don't know if Izo is stronger than X Drake even.
We took out a number and X Drake easily. It was like two numbers with Drake and Apu. And they made two of them run away and took out two.
Well, obviously Apu was fighting with X Drake, and then he started to notice the battle was not going their way, so he dipped.
Exactly.
He could have dipped instantly, bro.
No. I don't think that happened.
I think he realized I guess he saw the strength they had.
They clashed, so
Apu's personality is like, I'm going to see what happens, and according to what happens, I'm going to either dip or join the other side.
Right.
Apu's a real pirate.
Yeah, so
very rare in this
They
show.
definitely fought, and then Apu was like, nah, we're losing. So they're definitely stronger than Apu and X Drake.
Yeah, by
And
far,
Rhizo's, who knows? I don't think he's stronger than probably. Maybe
Yeah.
he's around their level.
What about you, Seb? Oh, you finished, Lawrence?
Yeah.
All right. Seb?
Obviously, yeah, he's gonna protect them. It's Izo. He's basically said several times that he's willing to give his life for this battle, and like further beyond is like his
Even
sister.
further beyond.
And like, yeah, so like obviously that to me, I don't obviously Izo's probably not going out this way. I see maybe Marco coming in to help him because where the hell's Marco right now?
Yeah.
So and I can't see Marco just letting Izo die like this, but who knows when Marco's on? Maybe he's still asleep.
Wait, didn't Marco helped Izo get somewhere, right?
Izo helped Marco get somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was
Actually,
Marco?
No.
You're right. You're right.
Marco flew him.
Marco
Yeah.
flew Izo somewhere. I don't know
he
where.
flew
It was
them,
here.
Hold on, to here, yeah.
I don't know where he went from there.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I don't have any strong things. I liked one thing that CP0 had pointed out, that they basically gave them the same kind of respect being a Whitebeard pirate that they were giving to the Roger pirates. Like, oh, we're not allowed to just let y'all walk away and stuff. Like if we run into y'all, we're supposed to take y'all out.
Yeah.
Period. And I like that because it's just a nod to like the crew was a great pirate crew once. You know, even if all this stuff happened and they lost and crazy fashion, tragic fashion, they were looked at as that kind of crew at one point. And like CP0 making mention that amongst all of this, I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for me, I think I experienced my own One Piece madness with this one because I don't know what it was, but like the Zoro thing captured me, but it didn't make me think too far because I was like, oh, that's broke for sure. With the Izo part, it was the way he looked in the last panel when he said, no, CP0, don't go yet. It wasn't a matter of him saying he was going to attack them. It made me feel like if he has something else that he wants to talk to them about, and I wasn't too sure, but I felt like I was making it more convoluted than it actually is, or more complicated than it actually is. And I think he's just going to defend them because that's what he's there for. He doesn't have any reason to talk to them about something else unless it's something that Oda wants to flesh out for the lore of One Piece.
Right.
And we know, right, that Whitebeard was always about lore to his children. Like when he went to Marco and was like, yo, do you believe in gods? And now the whole king thing got brought up. And it's like, in a way, he was always letting out some lore. The first time we learned about the open world of One Piece was through Whitebeard clashing with Shanks.
Yeah.
So I thought that maybe Izo knows something else that Whitebeard was just sprouting out when he was drunk. But that's me experiencing One Piece madness. All right, so next question. Yamato and Kazenbo arrive simultaneously at the explosives room. To stop Kazenbo, Yamato freezes the gunpowder, and then she clubs Kazenbo away. But something weird happens, right? Kazenbo starts to speak and grow limbs. What do you think is happening with Kazenbo? And we'll start with Lawrence.
I have no. To me, this is puzzling to me because I want to know why is his last drawing going so hard?
yo,
Like,
I was literally like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Since when can Devil Fruit Power still work after the dude's been knocked out?
yeah,
Not
like,
even that, but he's
on this
apparently
level.
supposed to be dead.
yeah.
On this level. I mean, he
Yeah.
said it was the embodiment of the will of the Korazumi, but what does that even mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
What does that even mean, bro?
I don't understand because, like, to me, especially if you're dead, I think once you die, your abilities disappear with it. Like, it
Exactly.
doesn't last without it. So I'm thinking,
Even if you're knocked out.
yeah, usually.
Well, I guess a drawing is permanent, no?
I don't know.
I don't know. And then also too, like it's speak. I mean, I don't know if the other ones are able to speak because the other one means to make noise, like caca. That one bird. did
Yeah,
that
they
thing.
made noises, but we just considered that because of it was a drawing.
Yeah.
Like he was able to implement, I guess, the sounds of that particular thing he wanted to draw.
I can't
The
call it.
only thing, I mean, it's like they're just revolving around it because that is the energy, I guess, in the show, is the hockey. You could do so much with hockey. It's like he implanted a will in it because even like we're showing that even when you make swords, you could implant a hockey or giving the sword its own individuality. One of that's similar you could do with like your ability in making a drawing. Like you drew this and you gave this thing its own will, where like it knows it's in a fight now. I got hit. Oh snap! So I'm gonna grow arms and speak like, and I guess his loyalty to Orochi because Orochi like gave him like life in a way because I guess he's just feeding off the will of his master, the one who drew, because he was supposed to actor and all that stuff. So I don't get why it's going this hard, because like usually, I'm trying to think, the drawing that fought, I don't know how much damage they could take, you know, for they like they're not be usable anymore. You get what I'm saying? Because it wasn't there like a drawing of.
It probably depends
Conjuro?
on how much willpower was instilled into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like.
I don't know.
Same.
All right, what about you, Seb?
Everything Lauren said, I echo it to the fullest. Because I was reading it like even when he first created it, and I was like, cool, this is dope. But it's like, yo, the fact that it could just take attacks and it's like actively moving towards, it's speaking.
Yeah.
It started literally talking, bro, in this chapter.
Burning the entire
Like,
castle.
I was like, how is this a thing? Like, I like it. And this is why when we were on the Discord, when they were like, yo, top, what would you, like your scabbards list? I was like, yo, Conjuro can't be as low as people were putting them.
Yeah.
Because like this attack alone is like, bro, what? Who, like, how are you? You know,
It's one of those attacks that necessarily just don't make sense, like how Birdcage doesn't make sense.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
It was,
It's in that realm of like powers for Devil Fruits.
Birdcage cut the communications to the island. How?
Yeah.
That has never been explained. How has that happened? You couldn't call Dressrosa.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So for are you done?
Yeah, I'm.
All right. So for me, I was confused. I was like, okay, so I need to be convinced. So it started speaking. It said Lord Orochi, and then it grew a limb. And I'm like, okay, so even if Kanjuro instilled his will into it, and it's basically a eggshell imitation of Kanjuro, it's evolving. So is this becoming its own being to an extent? And I'm like, yeah, it's evolving, like before our eyes. Like Yamato might actually have a fight on her hands where like this entity necessarily can't be defeated by normal means. In a way, her devil fruit powers are kind of plotted to face Kazenbo. So I'm like, oh snap, like we have another plot device going on. But I did have one thing that I wanted to point out. This is made of fire, right? Do you guys, this is a question that's just off base. Do you think Ace can create a Kazenbo type of character within
Like
his
with his
power?
flames?
With his flames?
Da Ente was like this. It wasn't like it didn't have its own sentient like mind like this one seems to.
Yeah.
Or is growing.
Oh, snap.
But
Maybe why not?
Is that the next level of like? Say what you want to say.
No, because like go what you just point out, and this hit me. Why this made me think why this is I guess a little more possible. Akaino and Aokiji, they were able to have lasting effects on an island where one island became hot all the time, and one island became a winter island.
So
You think this is an awakened?
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Maybe it is.
So is this an awakened version of Kanjuro's power?
That's the only thing I can think of because like the lasting effect and able to evolve like that, it like gave life where it could have like.
Yo, move Conjuro up the scabbard list. I'm trying to tell them. Lawrence in the Discord, they would put him at the bottom, yo. I'm like, what?
So if you could draw multiple ones like this.
Yeah. So my thing is too, and this is some Parvision thinking. I don't know if you guys watch Parvision, but please do. This is his type of thinking where like if you can instill your will into your devil fruit abilities and they can now become sentient beings, that's like the next level beyond awakening, wouldn't it? Like
Yeah.
wouldn't it be like it I don't know how to say it, but it kind of like stretches out hockey even further than it should be stretched. Like hockey isn't everything at this point, but like if you could make your own sentient being from your devil fruit, like and impose your will into something else, that's crazy. Like you could do anything with hockey at this point.
This goes into what I was thinking why it's possible going into what your theory. Remember Hidden Island? The breath of things?
The breath of all things.
Yes. What if you fuse the breath of things, the voice, with your will into like awakening to create, like you said, a being like that?
So
now
you're-
it's like
shout
you're
out-
fighting partners.
Shout out to Hidden Island, bro.
Yo, Hidden's a Knicks fan. Yo, shout out to Hidden Island. man.
So what you're saying is Kanjuro's the closest to being what Hidden said Nico was, which was the creator of all devil
that
fruit.
just sounds so crazy.
That sounds crazy.
Sounds crazy.
But that's what we're witnessing. That
Yeah.
he's like the closest that we've seen come to something like this.
That's what I mean. How else will we explain what that is? Like, what it's
don't know.
it has eyes, not even a mouth, and it's speaking, and
Yeah.
it's causing fire, taking attacks from a strong person like Yamato too.
Yeah, that's what's super crazy too.
Bro, low key, like them bombs right there.
I know.
Yamato is a high leverage situation.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, so
Well, we
let's
gotta move on.
Yeah, let's move on. All right, so finally we get to the Big Mom versus Law and Kid fight. Big Mom has knocked both of them out. She then decides to take out their crews too, which I loved. After she believes she's done, Big Mom makes her way to the rooftop. She says something interesting though. She says, "I've yet to hear a roar of victory from Kaido up above. You better not be up there still playing patty cake with that straw hat boy, Kaido." So, gentlemen, is this confirmation that Kaido hasn't been serious at all with any of the fights so far? And we'll start with Law.
To me, at the very least, in Big Mom's eyes, because I kind of feel like she holds Kaido's strength and ability at a really high level, right? Like she said, there's no killing that thing, and to me, it also could be underestimating Luffy, because in her mind, us too, we don't believe Luffy is on Kaido's level or able to fully take him out one-on-one, like full strength. Luffy's not there yet. So it's like in what we've seen with Kaido, he kind of been showing, like what we all saw. He hasn't been going all out. He hasn't been taken seriously. He hasn't fully like giving it all. Only recently where he like just acknowledged Luffy's strength, you know, and then he started drinking, right? But then also too, it wasn't like, oh, you're a threat to me where you could actually defeat me. It was like, oh, you could actually fight me. That's pretty cool. Like, let's have a drink together. Like, you know, it was like, cheers, you could fight, you know?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a danger of I'm in fear of losing.
Yeah.
You know? So this goes into like, so Kaido too, Luffy still hasn't brought to Kaido there where like he feels like he's in danger that I could possibly lose. You know? So again, it's like, why are you still playing around with this person? That's what Big Mom's thinking. You know, so like she wants to end it. So that's what I'm thinking. Kaido still hasn't joined it. So Kaido still hasn't let out his full strength. So he's still, in a way, messing around with Luffy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Seb?
I didn't think too deeply into it when I read it originally. Then you asked the question, so I was like, maybe. My biggest takeaway from this was how many times has Big Mom heard Kaido have a victory like roar?
Well, this
Like,
is the
has
thing.
she been around him enough for those W's? Like, does he? My point is it a figure of speech, or does he actually like declare victory? You know? What I mean?
Well, it was. She's been on a ship with him when they were always fighting to the death, and maybe he's developed this type of, this warrior spirit where he ends up roaring after defeating an opponent.
It's an inside joke, Lord. You're not gonna get that one. Yeah, it's possible. But as far as like whether Kaido's been serious or not, I think there's been times where he's gotten serious. Like he definitely whipped out attacks that were like he amped his muscles up that one attack. He did the Elbaf cannon joint with Big Mom.
Well, the question is to this point.
Yeah.
It's not like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's still this point that they're fighting.
Yeah. But I'd say no, because to me, he still has whatever. He has to have an awakening. So until he whips that out, I guess he's not
Somebody's
going all
gonna be
in,
disappointed.
so.
Well,
Gotta, bro.
so
Come on.
for me, I think this was confirmation a little bit, saying that Kaido really has just been Kenpachiing it out for sure. Like it's not even like 99% anymore. It's 100. Like we have Big Mom, who's probably spent the most time with him, could tell you how strong he truly is. She's been there when he was, going through the ruffles of his, rise within the ranks of the Rocks Pirates most likely, or just overall, like through life. Like these two are kind of like co-workers as pirates. You know what I'm saying? They see each other as equals. He probably fought Big Mom equally to a extent. He's like, yo, she's the real deal too. And I think he's fighting Luffy seriously, a little bit seriously now. He's not fighting him like you said, I'm not in danger of losing.
Yeah.
Like I know I could still beat this brat. And then a final question. So we could take our time with this a little bit because we're at 7:40 and we have 20 more minutes. So as Big Mom is about to leave the rooftop to join Kaido, Law awakens and uses Kroom to stab Big Mom through the arm and face.
Ow.
He then shocks her and blood comes out from every direction. Then Kid gathers up all the metal he could find, builds a short yellow school bus and rams into her. Was this enough to take a huffing and puffing Big Mom out? Is she done? And we'll go with Seb.
Why you even ask that? You know she's not done, bro. Even the context of the framing of this is like, no matter what, we're not gonna let you get to the roof. She's not done. As far as the attacks go, Law just whipped out his Bankai. It's like
You know what Bankai that is? Gins.
Gins, yeah.
Gins.
Oh, the
extended one.
I used to mess with Gin and Bleach. Too.
Yeah, you did. You
It's
liked
cool.
him, bro.
Yeah.
And then so from my understanding, the homies for the Steels were being controlled by Big Mom again. And
Well, they were always under the control.
yeah, and then Kid took them back and then used them to create, like, you see what you call it, a bus?
A short yellow bus.
Yellow bus.
What?
It's like a rhino,
They
right?
said a
No?
bull.
It's like a bull or a rhino, something like that.
And where'd you get yellow from?
I don't know. He said yellow bus.
It's a play on him being retarded.
Yo, Nino said that Kid is the Bengals of the One Piece.
Yo, Marv, can you block him? Can you block him? We don't got any moderators in this one, right?
I'm about to
Damn,
make
man.
Nino a mod.
No, we're not making him mod. He's never going to be a mod, bro.
Nino, don't think I forgot. There was another really great joke from earlier that I should have pointed out. SGG said that he was giving the options of what happened to Zoro, and he said the Grim Reaper came because something happened. that was good.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Something happened.
Okay, I got it.
So
Yo, shout out to Empirical too, man. He's
in.
Yeah, shout out to him.
yo, but my biggest takeaway from this, because I think maybe Kid used hockey in this thing, is that Kid made mention that what they're fighting for has changed.
Yeah.
And a part of me liked it and a part of me hated it because Kid is like, you know me, I'm all about, yo, he's a rival to Luffy. He out here cheerleading, pom-pomming, supporting. We gonna make sure you don't get to the root. Like, nah, bro, fight for yours. Fuck Luffy. You not a straw. Law can say that. I didn't like hearing that from Kid. And it's
First
funny.
of all.
It's funny because like a part of me's like, yeah, it was a cool moment. Yo, Kid, don't be doing that.
No, you're
man.
missing the point.
No. Portrayal right now
Yes,
is
yo.
everything, bro.
You're
missing the point.
Sebastian's all about portrayal.
Listen,
He's portraying
Oh my god,
exactly how he's always been
my
portrayed.
God.
One, I'm gonna say.
This is the first time
One-
Kid's truly disappointed me.
I'm gonna say, is Kid, if he does hit Big Mom with Logo on that joke, does this mean is this his version of the Super Bowl?
It is. It is.
His version
Listen,
of
the
Super Bowl.
Rams.
All right, so
Big
we're
Mom?
taking applications to replace Lawrence on the show. If you guys want to apply, just DM us.
Are we doing calls?
Yeah, we're gonna do it after
Well, yeah,
my
go
take.
ahead.
Yeah.
All right. Now I was just gonna say, one, the point is like if they let Big Mom go up to the roof, it's not that they're riding Luffy. They failed in their job, their responsibility.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to be your
No,
own
that's not,
part.
that's not the point.
That is the point.
Sebastian,
They failed in their
Sebastian's point is that they are supposed to be taking out Big Mom because that's what they're supposed to do, not because it's their job to support Luffy.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that.
They turned from we're pirate captains to we're Zoro.
Yeah, no,
You get what I'm saying?
No, I get that, but the
and
thing
it's-
is-
and then, again, we already had Killer, and they had the chapter where it was like, yo, if I don't do this, like my pirate career
Correct.
is worthless.
yeah.
From that to I gotta make sure, and again, it's a beautiful moment for Luffy support.
Yeah.
But like, I ain't trying to see that from Kid. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. I'm not trying to see that from Kid.
Listen, bro.
That's not what I'm here for
Listen,
Kid.
I've been told you,
Oh
so
my
you
God.
could rant all you want about your disappointment,
Oh my
but you just
God.
proven me right.
But also, to me, I already believe that one, Luffy views both of them as a rival. You say all that stuff, he views
Okay.
they're both rivals. But
right,
also
Lawrence.
too,
They ain't acting like it.
the situation. If he allows the Big Mom to go up there and they both like take out Luffy, it's like they just survive this. They're back to square one where Kaido and Big Mom are together, and them three have to fight them together. That's in a worse situation. So they can't allow these two to meet. So
Yo,
that's how I'm
Even
thinking.
if that's
fine.
even if that's it, it's not about them getting back together. It's about stop being the support of Luffy. Be your own captain.
They already alliance right now. They are.
They not.
They
Kid
are.
was never a part of this alliance. He's here.
They joined up, bro.
Listen,
They in it now.
I'm gonna stop commenting.
They
Go
in
ahead.
it now.
He getting
ahead.
upset. It's okay, man. It's okay to be disappointed by people who disappoint. All right.
It's funny because he's finally doing the stuff that I need him to do. He just the reasons you're doing it are wrong.
He
Whatever.
never said the reasons though. But.
All right. So what I will say is this: that I'm very shocked that Law can hurt Big Mom as bad as she's hurting him right now. I mean, he's hurting her right now because he didn't do that with his last Kroom attack when he stabbed her through the throat. And it makes me think like maybe Oda made a mistake in how he displayed Kroom the first time and what effects it had on Big Mom. Because I don't think, like from Kid's words himself, right? Kid's words was, there ain't a single thing in a world that's totally impervious to damage, right? But his attacks necessarily weren't damaging her the way he's saying people are supposed to be damaged. Because the way I'm interpreted is like, you could keep getting hit with a left jab and it's not hurting. But if you keep hitting that person with the same jab, that punch is going to seem like somebody's throwing hooks at you because the accumulated damage starts to take effect.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, Kid hit her with like all the beams in his awakening, and that probably got to her a little bit, but it didn't hurt as much as the Law attack, in my opinion. So I'm like, maybe, just maybe, we're seeing it in full force again, where Law attacks first in both times. He does outstanding damage, and then Kid does something right after. That doesn't seem like it takes effect at all. But it seems like Kid's attacks are being phased in slowly because she's accumulated so much damage. So now I think he's damaging her. But it's not like Law's damaging her. Like Law has blood splurting from her mouth and her body and all that, while he's like, yo, I'm going to build a bus, and I'm just going to ram into her.
Yeah. You're basically saying if without Law's previous damage, like immediate damage, what Kid doesn't do rush
Anything. It
Which I
doesn't
can
do
agree
anything.
with. I can
It's
agree
like
with that.
the whole
I agree
cake,
with
on whole cake, what they did to try the weak of the knees, where she bleed in the knees, it's similar to that.
It's
Make her vulnerable, and then
You know
hit
what
her.
it is? It's like Law keeps being impressive, and Kid just is that like stalling. Like you know how like we're all suspecting that he's supposed to have this like huge power up, like Conquerors is gonna take effect sooner or later. Like, you know, he's literally not using any of those things.
Yeah.
So he's hardening in this little.
So for me to think
horn.
that Kid himself, when he's not using hockey of any sort against Big Mom, at this point where he needs to defeat her, it's like if you don't pull it out now, bro, like when are you? Like what situation is going to be dire enough for you to do it? Which makes me think maybe he isn't proficient at hockey like we think he is. Like maybe he might have displayed Conqueror's hockey when he was in need, like the rest of the people who've had it, but he's not able to control it.
Yeah.
So it's like
Probably.
Kid he's definitely not up there in terms of like Luffy, Zoro, and Law at this point. Law's ability allows him to go over Kid because he's able to do things that you don't need hockey for. You know what I'm saying? Like he can just stab Big Mom through the face and create this damage. Where like Kid has to hit her with hockey or something heavy enough to break through her like defensive. But he doesn't have it. So it's like I'm disappointed again. Because low key, like, even though I don't like Kid, I want to see him do well enough to be like, okay, he is kind of like a rival to Luffy, or he could potentially be a rival to Luffy. Where at this point, it's like, this looks like this is the best thing he could do at this point. Like, there's nothing else he's been able to do so far.
We're going to have to see next chapter.
Like, we've been saying, oh, he has something else behind his magnetism abilities, right? With his awakening. Like, he didn't want to tell Law everything. Well, it's like when are we going to see that, bro? Like, you just had a chance to capitalize after Big Mom got extremely hurt, and you decided to ram her. What are we doing, bro?
Hey, yeah.
I think we got to do calls, right?
All right, yeah, Marv, let's do calls. We got through all the questions.
Also, to make you feel good, because it's your day. Bengals won and everything.
I had plugs on.
I did a who wins, Law versus Kid.
Hey, 10 votes, though.
Listen,
Yeah.
we getting there.
Listen,
So 10 votes is 30% of our...
I'm glad that y'all decided to say that Law is better than Kid. Because
ain't
y'all
over.
been bugging.
It ain't over.
Y'all been bugging.
It ain't over.
Y'all been bugging. And y'all know y'all been bugging. Oh, we're doing calls. So if you guys want to call, Marty, you threw the number up, right?
Numbers in the chat. Call
Numbers in
now
the chat.
and vote on the poll. Bring kids some.
Y'all can hear me, right?
No,
No?
I'm joking.
No, I mean, not in the room. Mark, can you hear me through the mic? Yeah. Because I think I unplugged something on accident. I did? No, I can't hear you. No.
It's all right.
I don't know.
Yo, can the chat hear Lawrence then? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Cool.
Yeah.
What are you doing, man?
Yeah,
I
where are
remember
you?
it. It's
Why
like
did-
right...
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got a call.
We got a call. Let's go. What's going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. How are you?
Good, man. What's up? It's Onion again, bro.
Hey, my boy Onion.
let's go.
What's going on, Onion?
Ah, shit, man. You know I'm all about that kid slander.
What's up, man? What's your question?
I just wanted to come on and talk for a second. You guys are talking about the whole thing going on with Kanjuro and the I can't even think of the name right now. I'm blanking, but you know what I'm talking about.
Kazenbo, I think, yeah.
So if that's like another level past awakening, what do you think would come of that if we got Luffy in that type of space? Like if he was in the same shoes, do you think he would be able to make like a rubber clone of himself?
See, this is where hockey just like gets out of control. I'll answer first. I think most likely he'd be able to like break off a piece of himself, like a dango that Tama does, and create another like type of him, but it's not him. I don't know, man. It's so confusing now. I don't, because Kazenbo kind of breaks the story of like how devil fruits work for me now. Like I need to think about it, but Seb, you want to go?
I have no good answer. I feel bad.
Yeah, I don't have any good answer either.
Onion, you've stumped me. I don't know what Luffy would do.
There's
It's a
layers.
really interesting question to sit there and think about, man. I mean, it's something that I think is entirely possible. You know, if he hits his awakening at any time soon and can just break off a chunk of himself and just use that.
But then what would Doflamingo's ability be? You know what I'm saying? Because he could kind of do that already.
What you got, Law?
See, that's a very interesting question. And honestly, me and Lano have been going back and forth with this because what we kind of want, remember Kid Buu from Dragon Ball Z? Like, we kind of wanted something like how he could kind of like he could have another limb somewhere and use that and probably shaped it to like another him. So I was kind of hoping that Luffy, because, you know, Gum Gum and he's like rubber, would be able to do something like a Kid Buu where like, you could have the other piece of you develop into another you and fight. So I'm with you on that Luffy would be able to do that. I don't know how Oda would envision that, and is that two biting off Dragon Ball Z or not? I don't know.
Yo,
but
Oda bites all the time.
Onion, listen, Onion. There's layers.
There is layers. There is layers.
Yo, Onion, thanks for the call, man.
I appreciate you, Brody. It's
Yes,
good. It's good
sir.
to hear from you, man.
Y'all take it easy. Have a good one. Much love.
Yeah,
Much
you
love,
too.
brother.
Thank you.
Oh, I love when people call up, man. They always show so much love.
Yeah.
So much love. Marv was like, I'm not gonna hang up on him this time.
Was it?
Any more calls, Marv? Yeah? Plug him in. Oh, call back, whoever called before. Yo, in a way, Oda is kind of like breaking his own story by doing this with Kazenbo. This is why I was so much more interested in Kazenbo and what was happening with Izo than I kind of was with the Zoro thing. Like, everybody's like, Zoro, Enma, and I'm like, no, bro. We talking about Kazenbo is evolving at this point.
Yo, Betty K ripping you, yo.
What do you say?
I put Larry taking W's recently. World is ending. He said, "Hey, Larry going 4 for 22." Betty, I love
What's
you.
going on? This is Larry from That One Piece Talk. How are you?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, nothing, man. I'm cool, man. My name is
What is it?
Jordan.
Jordan?
Jordan. Jordan. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Jordan?
What's going on?
Yeah. Nothing much, yo. I just fuck with you guys real heavy, like.
Hey, we mess with you too, bro. Thank you
guys
for
are
calling.
Cool, man. Ever since I see you guys on TikTok since like episode 20, I've just been following, listening.
Let's go.
Awesome.
I fuck
Thank
with
you.
it heavy.
Appreciate
But like,
that.
yo, so like, my friends aren't caught up on One Piece, so like, I like listening to y'all talk because like, I want to call in and ask a question, right?
Yeah.
All right. My question is, all right, so if Frankie had Kid's Devil Fruit, right, with his whole cyborg thing right now, and let's say he gets basic armament hockey, right? Does he kick Sanji out the Monster Trio? Because we've seen what Kid can do, right? So if Frankie like already all metal, and let's say he gets it like right after he does his first cyborg enhancement, like right after Water 7, like he gets it on the way back to Water 7, like I don't know, man. I think that's a pretty strong Straw Hat right there. What do you guys think?
Like during the time skip, I'm guessing.
No, he's saying he gets the ability during Water 7.
Okay.
And has it until now.
So
would he be able to surmount Sanji's position right now?
it's a really interesting question because
It is. It's a very good question.
Because Frankie's like the perfect person to have that devil fruit because he's actually like a mechanic kind of person and like he's a genius. So like the stuff that we rip Kid for not taking the devil fruit to, Frankie can probably get there and beyond even our level of understanding and thinking. So like he could probably be crazy. Kicking Sanji out the Monster Trio though, I don't know about that one, man. Because basically you need more than basic hockey and like a dope devil fruit.
Well, put it this way.
You know what I'm saying?
I think Jordan's asking at this point, right? Is Frankie more powerful than Queen?
With that.
With all that from Water 7 till now.
He'd be trickier to deal with, but I don't know if he's more. His hockey wouldn't be. He said basic hockey wouldn't be stronger.
Yeah.
Like Queen was crushing Sanji's bones with his armament hockey like grapple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if even with the basic armament hockey that he gave him here, even if he encapsulated him with metal or something and tried to squeeze him, it's not gonna. Even if he crushed him, apparently Sanji can just bring himself back. So.
What do you think?
I don't think so. Plus, there's a dynamic of the Monster Trio. It's more than just strength.
I wonder if you could use his engineering like intellect to break Queen down on a cyborg level because he's a cyborg.
Like he doesn't have to do anything. He just put his hand out and just break them apart.
Exactly.
He could katakuri it out. Like with, I mean, you said armament, but if he future sighted, like he could just separate the metal.
Yeah.
It's metal. You know what I'm saying?
Well, just because I just gave him
can do a
basic
lot.
because he hasn't displayed anything.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, just basic because like if he would have shown something, then I would have gave him, okay, let's give him advanced maybe. But he hasn't shown nothing. And I'm kind of mad about that. I feel like Frankie deserves more, in my opinion. But
that was such a great question.
That's just my opinion.
I'm gonna be real, Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to side with you, bro. Like I understand Sanji just got this new level of power, and how would Frankie deal with the speed? But if Frankie is able to take the magnetism fruit to his ultimate abilities, and he has basic armament, and he's doing like Vegapunk scientific like enhancements too.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting ready to say. My man walked into Vegapunk's lab and was like, "Oh, I can understand all of this."
Yo, Frankie
Like,
might take that,
Yo, the speed and power are crazy though.
I know it's
like he didn't say the tanking ability is increased.
But hold on. We're talking about like Sanji now has to break like force fields that Kid hasn't been able to produce. Like magnetism, there's magnetism fields, bro.
You gotta catch them, bro.
You
gotta catch them
all.
Yeah, that was a great question,
Okay,
man. Jordan, appreciate it.
Hey, Jordan, join the Discord if you haven't joined it yet, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I just don't got a channel. I'm finna make one though.
Yeah,
do that.
And everything.
Yeah, so
you guys are dope, though.
So you can put your channel inside of the Discord too. That way, everybody that's following us can follow you.
All right, bet, man. I will. You guys are awesome, though. Thanks for taking me.
No,
Yeah,
thank
of
you,
course.
man.
Have a
What
good
time
one.
is it? Can we get one
All
more
right,
call
man.
in, Marv?
We're going.
Nah? All right. So, pretty much we were only able to take 2 calls, so sorry about that, guys. But those 2 really had some great
also good
questions.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be 3 though? I still believe that the Monster Trio could be more than 3.
How can
Monster Trio literally means 3.
It's
that's
deeper.
only
Monster
Hold on,
3.
hold on.
I understand that, but that's only because right now they are the only monsters.
Lawrence.
But like when Luffy
The monster quad?
No.
It's
Something
the
like
Yamato joined, bro.
Because I'm thinking
Yamato joined,
Luffy
bro.
should be the captain, and he should have monsters underneath him. Luffy shouldn't be the monster. He should be.
Yo,
yes, he should be
Frankie is
but
a
he should be-
monster.
but he should be the
Robin
captain.
is a monster.
There are monsters among monsters. This is
Yeah.
what the point of the Monster Trio is. It's Luffy's right and left hand
I
men.
understand that, but like,
That's
look
the
at Kaido.
point.
Look at Kaido, right?
He
It's
has King and Queen.
No, but look, you have Kaido, but then the 3 calamities: Big Mom and the Sweet Commanders. You
But
know what I'm saying?
Luffy's crew
But that's not how it
doesn't-
works.
Hold on, Luffy's crew doesn't parallel
I know.
the Yonko crews. It parallels Roger's
But
crew, and
you-
he had
but he-
Roger, Rayleigh, and Gabon. And
That's
if you
that
want
we
to count
know of.
Odin, cool.
That we
But-
know of.
But those were the 3.
But what about Shanks' crew?
They're probably the same. They
Hold on,
They
Shanks'
most likely probably
Shanks'
don't
crew
follow.
is another Yonko crew. Shanks'
Yeah.
crew doesn't parallel the
I'm pretty sure they do
Strides
parallel
crew.
the Rogers crew, bro.
And that's what we know. I'm pretty sure Roger had more people sticking out than just Bronze Caban. and
Nah, they
Rayleigh.
look mad dumb, bro. And he had like
So?
2 kids on their crew.
Listen, man,
So?
it's 3, bro. It's the monster trio.
No.
Yeah.
It's just how it is, bro.
All right.
That's the
Anyway,
game.
to end the show, I do want to say thank you to everybody again for joining. It was really good episodes for everything that we had going on within this chapter. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment, follow, and make sure if you want to donate or support us, the link is in the description. And I just want to say thank you. And I'm pretty sure these guys want to say it too. So much love, everybody. Jana!
Jana.